Now, in a gacha game that releases S-rank characters with some of the most amazing looking designs and animations, but also allows them to be guaranteed to pick up on the featured banners without having to worry about winning a 50-50 like in other gacha games, Punishing Grey Raven has ironically done an amazing job at ensuring players won't even need to consider A-rank characters for majority of their experience within the game, especially when paired alongside regular S-rank selectors we receive and straight up free S-rank characters from time to time. However, in some instances, A-rank characters do hold great value, and not just for free-to-play or new players, but even for veterans that might have more than enough S-rank characters. Specifically within the Stars and Sned update, I'm sure the unquestionable highlight being Lunar Oblivion has taken majority of players' attention, possibly even from the fact that not only did we receive 2 free A-rank characters being Bridget and Teddy, but also from the fact that we can ascend them to S+ rank by just completing serum consumption missions. So considering there's likely quite a few new players with the global synchronization taking place, along with there being 2 brand new A-rank characters within this version, I'll be going over the significant value A-rank characters hold in general, the value both Bridget RDO and Teddy Decryptor hold in even more detail, then I'll be wrapping it up with if A-rank characters are in fact worth the investment. Just before we jump into it, as always, would really appreciate it if you could subscribe for more Punishing Grey Raven content and drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Now, unlike most gacha games but similar to WutheringWaves, A-rank equivalent characters hold a lot of value for many reasons, from unique gameplay to easy accessibility. But a special aspect about A-rank characters in PGR is that regardless of whether they have just released or perhaps even a year ago, they are either way extremely easy to pick up. Considering there is a base member target banner which allows you to target any A-rank character in the game with an 80% chance to pull them. Of course, there is a 20% chance of you failing, but it certainly beats the odds other gacha games provide, and especially with the fact you would usually have to wait till they are featured as a filler on a limited banner. So with that in mind, specific A-rank characters are much easier to come by with the base member target banner. Though it is wise to consider the fact that the blue ticket target selector does tend to drop occasionally and will consume the same blue tickets as the base member target banner. So it is definitely advised to avoid pulling for A-rank characters on this banner unless you do have around 15,000 blue tickets spare, which would allow you to summon and guarantee an S-rank character if the blue ticket target selector does drop within short notice. Now, in addition to specific A-rank characters being extremely easy to pick up, you are also able to pick up additional character inver shards through a daily quest that provides 2 character shards of your choice, which at first may not seem much and a waste of stamina, but they do gradually make a difference with time. So especially since it is ideal to achieve double S-rank minimum with certain A-rank characters in order to start unlocking additional abilities, the base member target banner and Invershard quests do make a significant difference and provide A-rank characters with a lot more value due to their accessibility. Lastly, pretty much like WutheringWaves, A-rank characters aren't really held back in terms of animations and gameplay despite being A-rank characters, as some characters do have more than one ultimate animation, along with some being just as fun to play with as S-rank characters. Of course, it also does go without saying that they are capable of performing at a high level in terms of damage and support. So even though S-rank characters are guaranteed on their featured banners, it doesn't change the fact that they can be expensive, as you are required to drop 15,000 black cards if you don't pull before pity. Therefore, maybe not better than S-ranks at base level at least, but A-ranks do perform at a level that allows them to be a great replacement for S-ranks you might not be able to pick up on release, and possibly, you may even prefer their playstyle and find them to be more enjoyable to play with. Now, as mentioned earlier, both Bridget and Teddy are able to ascend all the way to SS+ rank for free, and so without any doubt, would definitely hold quite some value for a lot of players. With Bridget Ardeo in specific being a fire-type tank character, there would be some obvious competition with Nanami Starfarer and Watanabe Epitaph, as they are currently the only other fire-type tanks. But even more so since they are both S-rank characters, and with Watanabe especially, given he is is the most recent S-rank tank in the game and is in fact the strongest tank there is, since not only is he an amazing burst damage dealer, which means he doesn't require that much field time, but he is also able to reduce fire resistance on enemies through his QTE by 25%. So it is pretty obvious that Watanabe will be the most optimal fire tank in the game in terms of performance. But since his banner did release just before Chushukra's banner, it's likely players may have had to skip him to save enough black cards to at least guarantee Chushukra. So as a replacement, Bridget would certainly be an exceptional character, since she is also able to reduce fire resistance on enemies by 10%, but is buffed to 15% through ascending Bridget to double S rank, specializes in dealing dot damage through the combustible status effect, and for those that aren't the best at dodging attacks, Bridget is capable of countering attacks quite often through her red orb ability and is able to withstand attacks with her block. So even though Watanabe would be able to deal significantly more damage and does provide a higher resistance shred, Bridget focuses more on defense and offers a completely different playstyle, which could be better suited towards certain players and might require a bit more help in surviving a tough stage. Although when ascending Bridget to triple S plus rank, she would be capable of dealing a lot more damage through her abilities and including ignition damage from the combustion status. So all in all, Bridget would be a great character to invest in even though she is an A rank, since if you don't have Watanabe and do utilize a fire DPS character, or even might just be starting the game and would need some help in more difficult stages, Bridget, especially being given for free, would be a perfect character to build until you do eventually pull Watanabe. As for Teddy Decryptor being the other free A rank character, she will definitely hold value as a dark type support character, but will certainly find it tough to compete with the Amplifier class and with Selena Capriccio, which is a free character from the Recitativo game mode. Nevertheless, Teddy is still an exceptional A rank, since she is capable of amplifying dark damage and heals allies through multiple abilities when considering her evolution effects. When activating the QTE ability, Teddy casts an integer overflow field, which is capable of dealing damage along with healing and provides a dark damage amplification of 10% to allies for 4 seconds. Additionally, when ascending Teddy to triple S rank, activating Teddy's stress orbs will generate the same overflow field for 8 seconds. So along with the support class effect boosting the healing amount by 20%, Teddy would be seen as a great sustainer due to the amount of constant healing she is able to provide through the overflow field. So for a lot of players, but more so for newer players, Teddy will be a great character to invest in if you are struggling within difficult stages due to the amount of utility she provides. In addition, when considering the insane animations some of the latest S-rank characters showcase, Teddy doesn't fall too far behind, and especially with the fact that she has 2 different ultimate animations. So overall, Teddy is a solid character as an A rank and is significantly better at triple S plus rank, considering she provides more utility to allies and deals a lot more damage. However, unlike Bridget contending with a fire tank that she just released and can only be obtained through summons, Teddy would of course be competing with Selena, which as mentioned is a free character. Granted, it will take some time before you can pick up all of the shards to unlock Selena, but in the long run and in terms of who will perform the best within the Dark team, Selena Capriccio will be the better pick as she is an amplifier and is capable of dealing solid burst damage. Although as a sustainer, Teddy is arguably better due to the constant healing she provides through multiple abilities. So with that in mind, it allows Teddy to in fact be a strong alternative if you are utilizing a Dark team and to hold her own value against an S-rank amplifier. So with A-rank characters in Punishing Grey Raven, it's clear that they would be great replacements for S-rank characters that you may have to skip to save for another character or might just not have yet. But considering how close in value some A-rank characters would be to S-rank characters, along with the chance you do really like their character design and playstyle, allows you to simply not even have to worry about pulling an S-rank character as the A-rank alternative might just be better for you. So regarding whether A-rank characters are worth the investment, It will mostly depend on your own account, but I do believe some A rank characters, and even more so with the newer ones, are definitely worth it within certain circumstances. Since along with Bridget and Teddy holding their own value, a character such as Liv Lux is an amazing electric support that can heal allies and amplify their electric damage. Additionally, there's Han Ying, which is a physical support that can heal, deal damage, and enhance physical damage of allies just through her QTE. So if you don't exactly have the premium support / amplifiers for certain teams, there are plenty of A rank alternatives which can provide a massive amount of value. But considering it's much easier to ascend them to SSS+ rank than S rank characters, some would be able to even provide more value and utility a lot sooner, as their entire kits would be accessible without much effort. Whereas certain S rank characters that ideally want to be ascended to SS rank to unlock a major ability will take significantly longer to get there than with ascending an A rank character. Therefore, A rank characters are definitely an amazing aspect of PGR, since they can provide huge value with little investment and completely unique playstyles. So even if you simply just like an A rank character due to the design or gameplay, they would hold a lot of long-term value, as power creep is hardly an issue in PGR and so would be worth the investment. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe for more Punishing Grey Raven content, and if you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Also, drop a comment down below on your favorite A rank characters and whether it's due to their character design or kit. And yeah, hope to catch you guys later.